Welcome him. Everyone, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Here we go. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Here's Ward. Pass to Price. Kicks it out to Bryant. 4 on the clock. Washington needs to get off a shot. The shot by Mutombo, no good.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
And we've seen the Wizards churning their roster, Doris, with an eye toward the future.
Yes, and that BA means inevitably absorbing those extended losing streaks, but you're doing it at least with a plan in mind. You need talent to win, and I'm talking big-time talent. And the best way to develop that talent is with patience. So there's a process they're following.
And it's Washington with the ball. Following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. A little mid-range shot is up. Mutombo with a rebound. Here's Ward. Pass to Mutombo. Washington moving the ball around. Here's Bryant. Rebound by Philadelphia. Fast break. Here comes Philadelphia. He's got room. Drains the jumper to finish off the break.
Well, this is what makes Steph Curry so difficult to defend, right? A sharp passer on top of everything else he brings in terms of his scoring ability.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Pass to Bryant. There's the screen. Here's Flag. Bryant outside. There's the drive. And then Bryant with the dunk.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless.
Wizards foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Curry looking it over. Wallace up top. Pass to Weber. Clock at 6. Back to Wallace. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Puts it up. Bryant, no good.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Blocked. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. The kick out, Curry.
2 minutes remaining.
And there's a pick. This one for 3. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
It's Bryant with a drive. And he jams it home with authority.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. And the basket by Curry.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Curry. He's got 9. Here's Christie. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Mullen on the take, and the layup is good. Okay, it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look good.
And I'll tell you, that's the very last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Your 76ers, Ian King, give him a hand.
Watch him. Outside Curry. Outside Christie. Inside. Here's Weber. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Curry with it. Martin picks him up. Here's Sprewell. Gets the three to fall.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Bryant. To the wing, right side. Here's Flagg outside. Hits the trifecta.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And here's Curry for 3. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And the 3 ball has been huge in building this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
The 3. Shot by Levine, no good. Wizards trail by 14. Pass to Flagg. Fires for 3. And the Wizards with another 3. And one thing you hear coaches say all the time, Doris, finish the cut.
The reason being, you have to let the passer know exactly what you're going to do. If you stop short, so often the ball ends up out of bounds.
Here's McKee. 6 to shoot. And here's Levine. They set a pick. The 3. They get it again. Here's Haywood. Outside for Levine. Outside, Williams. Back to Levine. Here we go, one-on-one. Bryant with it. Guarded now by Williams. Here's Flagg. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. He takes it in. Here's Levine for 3. Nails it from 3. Levine's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's become a more comfortable shot for Levine as his career has gone on.
Ward's shot is good.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Philadelphia leading by 12. Here he goes. Levine surveys the D. Here's Haywood. And he goes in for the dunk.
As his game continues to develop, Levine has increased his assist numbers.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The NBA studies other leagues. Commissioner Adam Silver said, I'm a fan of what baseball did with the pitch clock and the size of bases, increasing the engagement and the entertainment value of the game. If they're able to make changes, certainly we shouldn't be afraid to do the same. Back to you, Brian.
Forward thinking. Allie, thank you.
Well, in a screen and roll situation, Zach makes the right decision.
Pass to Ward. From behind the arc. Yes, sir. And it's Bryant picking up the assist.
3 points.
Ward's got 5.
This quarter, they're doing some real damage from outside the arc. Trying to stay within striking distance here. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
Shot is good by Levine.
You love it when a guy can put a slow start behind him and begin to ramp it up.
The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Washington shooting their first free throw of the game. And that one misses. And with the introduction of the NBA Cup, the regular season schedule is more packed than ever.
You know what, PA? Many constituents in this game believe the regular season schedule should top out at 72 games. This is something the commissioner broached back when he introduced the Cup. Not necessarily 72, just that there could be a reduction. But there's too much money at stake. I don't believe this will ever happen.
Wallace. Outside Christie. Here's Wallace. The kick out. Curry. Shot clock at 5. The putback. Missed it, even after all of those chances. Washington moving the ball around. Pass to Flag. And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Pass to Price. Jacks up at 3. Clock at 4. Over Curry. Price gets the bucket.
With the utmost belief in his game, he's able to beat opponents in a number of ways.
You know if you're open, Stephen Curry has that team-first mentality. He will find you.
To the paint. Here's Martin. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
To the inside. Pass to Weber. Wallace outside. And we finished off one half of play. Sixers ahead. They lead by 13. We've got more in store for you right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Philadelphia leading by 13.
That's all you.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Outside Curry. With the teardrop. And it's Flag with a rebound. The Wizards trail up by 13. To the middle. Here's Martin. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Pass to Price. Off the mark there with a 3.
And the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
Here's Flag. Offline from the top of the key.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Back to Curry. Puts up a 3. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
It would be easy to take for granted the greatness we see every time Stephen Curry hits the floor. Another special performance right now.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Driving to the basket. He's off on the layup.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Bryant, no good.
Boy, they feel tense to start the second half. They are 1 for 5, guys.
They get it back. The kick out. Curry takes a 3. And it's Flag with a rebound. The Wizards trail by 17. Pass to Price. Back to Bryant. It's Martin on the wing. Washington again can't hit.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Now here's Wallace. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Bryant outside to win the drop. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Just their second turnover of the game. Impressive how mistake-free they've been.
Wizards trail by 15. Pass to Ward. Back to Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight. There's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Outside Levine. Up again. And there's 1:38 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Bryant with it. 10 points for him. From deep. That shot is off. Down low. Here's Levine.
Oh, what a finish by Zach Levine. Off his feet in a hurry, folks.
Inside. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Woo! He just levitated in the air, double pump, and then slammed it home.
How about the D right there? They just got out of the way. They let him choose what kind of move he wanted to make. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Ooh, it's stolen away. On the wing, Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Offensive rebound. Haywood. Boom! He jammed it straight down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Here's Price. Shoots over Levine. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Wizards trail by 11. Here's Price. Pass to Bryant. To the inside. Price can't get it to go. And so Curry will bring it up for the 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Bryant outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Martin. Oh, and a two-handed jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
They get it back. Oh, ripped away. Bryant with it. He's picked up by Christie. Pass to Flag. Back to Bryant. Five on the clock. To the middle. Here's Ward. Yes, sir. And it's Bryant picking up the assist.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
Wallace. Oh, he misses the layup.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Stephen Curry. Oh, Curry showing off the range.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
Takes a three. The ball's knocked loose. Wizards trail by 9. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Ooh, using 2 hands to power it down.
Well, at this point, if you get the ball into Steph Curry's hands, good things will happen. He's toying with the defense out of the pick and roll.
Martin outside. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Cash from downtown.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution. Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the 76ers.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Stephen Curry.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
The putback! How about the activity?
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
They're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Now here's Curry. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Even early.